Let's take a look at this Kochi-Muziris Biennale. It's a art festival that happens every 2 years. These were some of the venues. I'll be showing you those venues in future videos. This was some of the graffiti artwork. It was a really interesting event. I will try to cover most of the interesting art I found there. I'm trying to bring the art that caught my attention. There was a lot more. This event goes on for 3 months, and I was there on the last day. Some really interesting artwork. Spread over a few locations. Quite nice. Check it out. That's written in 3 different languages. Let's take a look at the art at Aspinwall House. There were quite a few supporters. This was Kochi Biennale. There were quite a few rooms filled with interesting art from artists all over the world. Some really intriguing art. It was a mix of all kinds of interesting art. Some of them really colorful. There were quite a few video series too. Some really interesting sculptures. And some fascinating paintings. There was even a interesting poem which was translated from Marathi. Some really delicate handiwork. You can pause the video to read the test description. This was supposed to represent the roots of the tree and how thread is weaved into fabric. Not just paint and canvas, all kinds of interesting materials were used to make art. Some intriguing sculptures. I couldn't bring description for all of them because there was way too much. This was one of my favorites. A frosted wall where you could paint with water. It was interesting to see artists from all over the world. This series of art was quite shocking to see. It mixed regular photos with war. It was quite shocking to see. This was supposed to represent Kerala floods, which happened a few months back, how they had turned everything upside down. I'm trying to summarize this. This is supposed to represent the amount of destruction we are causing, like carbon footprint. Some of the used gadgets we are leaving behind. This was a very interesting one. This is a god themed art. This was the most interesting visual presentation. You should definitely read the description of the art. Some amazing artwork. Quite nice. Check it out. Saw this work by P.R. Satish at Kochi Biennale. After almost 3 decades of experimenting spontaneously as an artist, Satish has arrived upon a free-flowing form to articulate his visualization. On view are recent oil paintings by the artist, drawings which were inspired by his walk through the forest adjoining his farmland in middle of the night. The trees and natural life become animated in the darkness, while animals peer through the vegetation with glowing eyes. Satishan believes the time he has spent in the studio in Kochi adds an entirely new dimension to the experience. The anonymity of the city allows him to balance the mundane, tangible familiarity that is specific to his ancestral village. His engagement with the contrast between the two experiences, one that he lives while he is at home, and the others where he reproduces those visions in the isolation of his studio, reflect in the layered visuals that compose his work. Really interesting stuff. Quite nice. Check it out. Let's take a look at these colorful artwork from Kochi Biennale. These photographs are by Dennis Murugarai from Nairobi, Kenya. The artist has been photographing the culture that surrounds the city's matatus, privately owned vans and buses that serve as a primary mode for transportation for the locals. You highlight the distinctive style and ornamentation of each matatu, affirming how they diverge from mass-produced vehicles to operate as bastion of social and communal identity. Some really interesting work, and these are some really intricate handiwork. I don't have the artist's name, but the amazing detail of the work speaks for itself. Some really intricate handiwork which has been painted on. You need a magnifying lens to see some of the detail. Some amazing handiwork. Quite nice. Check it out. Let's take a look at a water temple at Kochi Biennale. It was by artist Song Dong from China. Every day since 1995, Song Dong has written journal entries in water on a stone titled Writing Diary with Water. This performance emerged from childhood memories of his father encouraging him to practice his handwriting without wasting paper and ink. And he continues to perform the act as a therapeutic ritual that leaves no trace. Water temple is an extension of this process and ritual. The interactive sculpture allows the same meditation on impermanence and ritual in a shared secular space as a metaphor for a process of history, lack of communication and alienation that we are steeped in as we try to get together to each other despite communal and political differences. This was one of my favorites of the event. Quite nice. Check it out. This is Pepper House, part of Kochi Biennale Art Festival. These old warehouses hosted some unique artwork. They had description in both English and local language, which was Malayalam. These were rubber stamps with the issues people were dealing at the moment. This was a artwork about rigor mortis. This one about mosquitoes. Those concrete speakers were blaring out the mosquito noise, and a unique artwork. These are angels from sky. Even the windows have artistic views. Some really interesting looking angels. Trojan ships inspired by the Greek myth. This was an installation of 1000 unique ceramic shapes. Another unique looking artwork. Pepper House had only a few exhibits, but it was very unique, quite nice. Check it out. This was a artwork called Metropolis. It was at Pepper House in Kochi Biennale. It was by Lubna Chowdhury. The artwork began in 1991 and it completed only in 2017. It needed 1000 ceramic sculptures. When she first exhibited the work in its entirety at a Victorian Albert Museum in London, Metropolis abstracted towers, monuments, and other less definable forms. Some look like handheld electronics, other like toys. Aesthetically subverts the perception of the medium in the history of art, allowing a viewer's eye to fall on any single work or a large grouping at a Kochi Biennale. Metropolis offers infinite opportunity for engagement. By walking around to explore the objects from different vantage points, one feels liberated to access them from above, below, and by offering a range of perspectives to build architecture. Subverted through her fragile form, the artist explores how we can be unique, shaped by the same environment. And it was very interesting to see all of them. Quite nice. Check it out. This was another location for the Kochi Biennale Art Festival. They had some really interesting visual art. It changed as you moved around. That's how it's supposed to look. There were 4 to 5 rooms filled with interesting artwork. One of those had these interesting LEDs. That's the artist's name. He had the whole room painted with his work. If you stand in a particular location, everything comes together. It even stretches to another room. They also had two interesting video art presentations. This is also an old building which is being reused as an art space. Quite nice. Check it out. Let's take a look at this Cabral Yard. Another location for the Kochi Biennale Art Festival. Here they had some art by kids. It's nice to see even they got to show off their art. They also had a media center where they had events all through the 3 months. This was the last day, so no events. That's just a goat. They also had a place where kids can get creative, do these clay coasters. And more artwork. Quite a lot of stuff to inspire them. Quite nice. Check it out. Let's take a look at this edible archive. This was part of Kochi Biennale, trying to bring some interesting food to the art festival. They had a display of all these interesting varieties of rice. You can pause the video if you want to read each of them. So many interesting varieties that I haven't even heard of. That apparently does the work of a doctor, so it's really good for you. You can also try some of them. This meal was about 250 rupees or $4 or so. You get 5 different varieties of rice with some really interesting vegetable side dishes. These came in a clay plate which added to the flavor. That was pickled mango. So let's taste the rice. looks really unique. I tasted them plain so that I can know how they taste. Even when you eat them on their own, each one has a really nice texture and a unique flavor compared to the regular white rice. You can see how much more amazing the other one looks. That's bitter gourd fry, and this is jackfruit seed made into a curry. Some really amazing varieties of rice. This was a traditional fish and curry. This plate was about 150 rupees or $2 or so. So yummy. They also had some local coffee and a cold coffee. This had a really nice coffee flavor. Quite nice. Check it out.